Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I am back from my travels to Orlando, Florida, and I'm absolutely knackered. Jet lag has kicked in. I've no idea what time it is, what day it is. All I know is I've got to go back to work tomorrow. So I've got today to recover, and I did want to get a video out for you guys just to keep you up to date of what's going on. Some Lego deals going on, but yeah, I had an amazing time in Florida. If you're a Lego fan, you're going to love it out there. There's so many good places to visit. Not only have you got Legoland Florida, you've got the Disney Springs Lego store, which is a fantastic store. I did cover off May 1st with the Star Wars releases there, so if you haven't checked that video out, go and check that one out. But I also wanted to check out a couple of other retailers, independents, and also Bricks and Minifigs, which are a US, I think they're a franchise chain, I'm not sure, but they're a chain across the US, loads of stores. But a couple of independents I went to. One of them was the Daily Brick, fantastic little store that. Great staff in there, had a really good time in there. But the other one was the Orlando Brick Company. That place was crazy. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous in a good way. So much stock, retired stuff, displays, stuff that was featured on Lego Masters, just tons and tons of stuff. And the staff were really helpful, knowledgeable, spent ages in there. So look out for those videos. They're going to be coming up in the next sort of week or so. And yeah, just really interesting stores. But anyway, enough of that, because you are here to check out the Lego deals. I did keep track of what was going on. There has been a bit of a deal war going on with a few retailers, which has been good. Some of the new Star Wars stuff is already reduced. See, knackered. I see Wayland Games are doing 10% off pretty much all of the new Star Wars releases. There's a couple that I haven't got. And then we got some deals from Amazon, ARGOS, Smyths and JADLAM. So a little bit going on for you today. It's going to take me a while to get back into this, I'm not going to lie. But anyway, let's cut the waffle and see what's going on.
So first up, we go to Wayland Games, and they've currently got 10% off some of the new Star Wars May 1st releases. The first one being the Star Wars logo. Originally 60 quid, they got the 10% off. That takes it down to $53.99. That is worth picking up. Fantastic set and looks amazing as a centerpiece. Plus, you also get free delivery on orders over £20 with Wayland Games. Not bad at all. They've also got Jango Fett's helmet, originally $69.99, again 10% off. That comes down to $62.99. Not bad price on this one with a 10% off, and it is Chopper, originally $95, that brings it down to $85.49. And the other Star Wars one they've got is the Rebel U-Wing Starfighter, originally $60, with that 10%, $53.99. I also spotted they've got the Avengers Endgame Final Battle, recently released, originally $90, that's now down to $80.99. And then last up for Wayland, I noticed that they've got the Vincent van Gogh Sunflowers, originally $170, cheapest at the minute, $153, 10% off. Pretty decent prices there from Wayland. Next up we go to good old Amazon, and I noticed they're doing the Zelda Great Deku Tree, originally $260, they've got it back down 15% off, down to £221. Fantastic price. Take advantage of that, because I can't see that staying around at that price for too long. They too have got a small discount on the Star Wars logo, originally $60, they've got 8% off, down to $54.99. They too have also reduced down Jango Fett's helmet, not as much as Wayland, it's only 3%, but if you're an Amazon diehard fan, it's down to $67.70 from £70. This one is definitely worth picking up at this price, and it is Bumblebee from Transformers, originally $80, we normally see this around $65, it has been down to $55 over Black Friday. It's now down to $56.98, 29% off, absolutely brilliant build. And you can re-brick it from Rebrickable into the movie version of Bumblebee, so almost like a two build in one there. Notice they reduced down the Fortnite supply llama, great little price on this, originally $35, 26% off, now down to £26. Great price on the NASA Artemis Space Launch System, originally $220, that's down to $189.19, 14% off. And then last up for Amazon, I noticed they've got the Captain America Civil War action battle scene, originally $90, 26% off, down to $66.98. A few other places doing it around this sort of price as well, so great price. If you're a fan of Smyths, they too have got some great deals going on at the minute, including a small reduction on the Star Wars logo, same price as Amazon, originally $60, down to $55. They too are doing the Fortnite supply llama for $26, originally $35. Notice they're doing the Durr Burger for £10, 23% off, originally $12.99. Great little build that, I've got that in the background. Good price on Peely Bone, originally 90. A lot of places were doing it for 72. They're now doing it for 66.99, 25% off. They've got the Jurassic World Triceratops skull, originally 40, down to 30. They've also reduced down the Nigel Mansell F1 Williams car, originally 69.99. Only a fiver off, but it's not too bad. 65, few other places doing it for 65. And then last up for Smyths, I noticed they've got the Mandalorian helmet, originally 60. A couple of other places doing it at this price. It's down to 39.99, normally around 45, so extra fiver off, not bad at all. Next up we go to Argos, and I noticed they've still got some great prices on some of the Star Wars sets. The first one being the X-Wing Starfighter UCS build, originally 210, 20% off, cheapest at the minute, down to 168 quid. They've also got the Venator class Republic Attack Cruiser, originally 560, 115 quid off, down to 445, great price. They too are doing the Mandalorian helmet for 40 quid, originally 59.99. I noticed they've taken £10 off the No Limit City race car ramp track, originally 45, now down to 35. They too are doing the Jurassic World Triceratops skull for 30 quid, originally 40, 25% off. And not a bad price on this one, and it is the Great Wave Waller, originally 90, 25 quid off, down to 65. And then last up for Argos, they have got the Love Art, originally 69.99, great little price on this, down to 50 quid. Their lowest ever price apparently. And then last up for today's video, we go to JADLAM Toys and Models, and I noticed they've got a couple on there worth mentioning. The first one being Harry Potter's Talking Sorting Hat, originally 90, they're doing it for 65 quid, that's a great price. Plus you get free delivery on there, and also you get the J points, which turn into perks. And the other one was the Marvel logo, originally 90 again, that too is down to £65. Not bad prices there.
So Wayland Games doing 10% off the new Star Wars stuff, that's pretty good. They usually do 10% off of their new release stuff. So off the Star Wars logo, $53.99, that's not a bad price. And also Chopper for 85. So yeah, pick those up if you're a fan of the Star Wars sets. And then also 56 quid for Bumblebee from Amazon, that is a bargain. And you can rebrick it, like up there, you can just see it, to the movie version of Bumblebee from Rebrickable, using the same parts from the same set. No extra needed. But that is going to do it for this video. Like I said, I will be releasing the Orlando trip Lego store videos in the next week or so, so look out for those. And yeah, what else? Anything else? No, nothing really. That's it, I think. Yeah. Too tired. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. I'll catch you in the next one, and I will be more awake. See ya.